All right, Shalom. I'd like to start out saying, Call Halayim Le Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Harakak Vadash Ma'amat. Double honors to the other apostles, the great millstone, and double honors to our other apostle as well, the Heron, Barnyard Charlotte, down here in the Lions and Camp. Salutations to the Akim that are pushing this truth, sincerity, and truth. And peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Shalom. All right, I'm Khanak Barnyard Charlotte from the Lions and the Yashar Camp. This is truly another Lions Den news and prophecy. All right. This is second Ezra 15:1. It said, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written on paper, for they are faithful and true. All right. So the last place we left off at was when Israel and the United States bombed Iran over the weekend. Right. So yeah, and now there's going to have to be a punishment, a payment for that. We're no longer living in the days where Babylon can impose their will on people and people just sit back and act afraid. The scriptures say, "Let the weak say that I am strong." See that? So now we've been speaking of this for years, man. Speaking of this for years, like the elder said in his video, the least of them shall draw them out into a war. Those smaller proxy, the state of Israel, Slaki, is drawing together a beautiful portrait of our salvation that's being painted by Yahweh by Shimon Shai, man. All right. So, Lord willing, this lesson to edify and serve His purpose for the hope elect, the ones who truly believe in the name of Yahweh by Shimon Shai. Now, check this out. This article right here says a powerful Iranian weapon broke through defenses and unalived 4 U.S. troops. I don't know if anybody remembers this. It was a movie called Black Hawk Down, right? And they were over there. Once again, Esau neither keepeth at home and enlarges his desires as hell. Over there messing with the people of I think it was Somalia. And they were going to go in and so-called capture this so-called Somalian dictator for, as they say he was, right? I mean, like a tyrannical terrorist dictator, right? Malicious dictator. He had a militia or whatever. And so in the beginning of the movie, as they're getting ready to go do this invasion, they got their informant giving them the signal, and then you see the troops leaving the barracks, getting ready to hop on and go to a hot zone, right? To war. Then one of the guys said, one guy he had hurt himself, so he couldn't go with everybody else, right? He had a broken arm. And so he was like, man, I wish I could go with y'all. He's like, no, they was in the middle of playing a game of chess or something like that. He's like, no, don't worry about it. We'll be back in 15 minutes. No, 45 minutes, they said. We're finna go in and get Buddy out and come right back out. We can finish our game. Man, they got over there messing with them damn people. Man, that shit took. They shut down. It's called Black Hawk Down. Black Hawk is a military helicopter, right? And they shot one down, and it was a wrap. They had to go in and extract those men out of there. So now it changed the whole demographic of the mission. Man, it took them about 2-3 days. They had to call for. They had to hurry and call for the UN to bring more troops, but America hadn't told nobody they was going over there. See that? So everybody was, you know what I'm saying? But they had to go call somebody for the rescue. But this time it's not gonna be. That's not gonna be so. So if they got stuff over there that's breaking through defenses, it's gonna happen over here too. All right, the U.S. bought powerful air defense like Patriots for its fight with Iran, but the defense secretary said weapons can sometimes get through. Well, look at here. Now, guess who else is seeing this? Russia. Ezekiel 38, I shall put a thought in thy mind, I shall go unto the land of unwalled villages, having bars, no gates, meaning no type of defense. The small ass Iran is showing the holes in the kinks in the armor, that's why Trump wants Greenland. Because there's holes in the defense, man. It says 4 U.S. servicemen have been unalive so far in the war with Iran, officials say. The defense secretary said it was due to a powerful Iranian weapon breaking through defenses. Iran has been targeting U.S. bases in the retaliation of U.S. and Israeli strikes on the country. The 4 U.S. service members unalive in the war with Iran were hit by a powerful Iranian weapon that broke through air defenses, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said on Monday. See that? Iran. They ain't even talking about the arsenal that Russia got, the arsenal that China got, the arsenal that North Korea got. See that? The arsenal that Turkey got, because they're going to end up splitting out and switching up on America. See that? Mm. It says, he said at a press conference that while U.S. air defense stopped most attacks, every once in a while you might have one. Unfortunately, we call it a squirter that makes its way through. And in that particular case, it happened to hit a tactical operations center. He said the center was fortified, but there was a these are powerful weapons. He said that having incredible air defenses has allowed the U.S. to intercept most attacks. But couldn't get that one that just came through and it hit a critical spot. Iran has wielded its vast arsenal of drones and missiles to strike at U.S. allies across the region. News of the fourth U.S. service member death came the same day that 3 U.S. F-15 fighters were shot down in an apparent friendly fire incident. Yeah, what was it? Saudi Arabia actually shot down some U.S. Fighter planes. It says U.S. Central Command said earlier that 4 American servicemen have been unalive during the combat operations against Iran. The U.S. has been in the process of notifying the troops' families and has not released their names. Hegseth did not say what Iranian weapon was used or what the location was. Multiple news outlets, including CNN, The Washington Post, and Reuters, reported that it was in Kuwait. It says Iran has fired thousands of missiles and drones in retaliation for U.S. and Israel forces striking Iran in a major operation that began on Saturday. It has targeted U.S. bases in Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, and the UAE, as well as targeting other neighboring countries like Oman, Saudi Arabia, and Iraq. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. It said, where am I? Am I right here? Yeah. It says U.S. and Israeli strikes using bombs, fighter jets, and stealth jets targeted Iranian command and control centers, missile launch sites, and warships, along with their other military targets, and it unalived its supreme leader along with other officials. They have also unalived civilians, including what Iran says at least 165 in a strike on a girls' elementary school. Hmm. Wow. His comment that Kanye made the other day when they asked him about this, and he's like, "Yo, I got kids dying in my city every day. Nobody's doing or caring nothing or doing any news reporting about that," which is true. You know, you got Jake getting unalive. It ain't even war. It's war against Jake out here. You know, it says the U.S. brought air defense to the region, expecting Iranian retaliation. Patriot surface-to-air missile systems and terminal high-altitude area defense, or THAAD, and destroyers with Aegis combat systems Many of the nations attacked in the regions also used U.S.-made air defenses and reported being able to intercept most Iranian attacks, though there have been deaths and damages. Oh man, boy, Russia's seeing something. Let me skip down because they don't care about that. It says President Donald Trump on Sunday said that there would sadly be more American losses and paid tribute to those who had been unalive. He said that as one nation, we grieve for the true American patriots who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation, even as we continue the righteous mission for which they give their lives. Righteous mission? Wow. Man, righteous. There ain't nothing righteous about this. Ain't nothing righteous about Esau. But Yahweh Shem Hushai got a plan. It says, Hegseth on Monday said that as the president warned, an effort of this scope will include casualties. War is hell because you bringing it. See that? Look at that. And as long it says war is hell and always will be. So this lets you know, man. Come on, man. He's constantly bringing hell to the earth. Let's get this real quick. This is um this is Revelation 6 and 8. It said, and I looked and behold a pale horse. Well, no, that's not what the one I really want to go to. I want to go to Habakkuk. Go to Habakkuk. Habakkuk chapter 2. It says 2 and 5. No, 2 and 4. Right, because what did they say? Continue the righteous mission, right? All right, this is what does righteous mean? Lawful, right? Correct. This is Habakkuk 2 and 4 says, behold, his soul which is lifted up, right? He's lifted up because of his strength, his money, the power, the military, the influence, how he controls everything. He's the prince of the power of the air, right? So behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Right? We live according to our faith. We're not being fooled by this devil. So he's not. We're not going to try to partake in his dainties. See that? Because we're going to live by our faith in Yahweh by Shema Shai. It says, yea, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desires as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathers unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Man, see that? Neither keepeth, because he's everywhere. All right, see that? So he's his largest his desire. He bring hell on the earth. What did he just say? War is hell, and always will be. So there's always going to be hell on earth as long as Esau's in control. There's always going to be division. There's always going to be war. But the scripture says when the children of Israel shall be in their proper place, the world will study war no more. See that? So he just said it. As a matter of fact, we can go to Revelation, right? What is Revelation 6 and 4? It says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, that they should be unalive one another. And there was given unto him a great sword, man. So it was appointed to Edom to use this. That was the blessing given unto to Esau by Isaac. See that? The blessing given unto him by Isaac was the sword. And as long as he has that sword, man, oh my gosh. Oh man. Get this real quick. Given to him a great sword. Okay, yeah, the elder brought this out the other day. Let's go to this. Ezekiel. Ezekiel 21 in the Bible. All right. This is Ezekiel 21 and 9. It says, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord. Say as a sword is sharpened and also furbished. Right? It is sharpened, Lord, the missiles, man. Destruction. Sword is an instrument of destruction. All right? It says, it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. Sore slaughter. It is furbished. It may glitter. Should we then make mirth? Right. So we put like Lord bringing a sword down on the earth. We should we be partying and bullshitting right now? It's like it cometh the rod of my son as every tree. It says, and he hath given it to be furbished that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened and it is furbished and it is given into the hand of the slayer, man. So what does it say? Scripture say, I create the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. So the Lord created Esau for this purpose only. So the Lord created everything unto himself, even the wicked, for the day of evil. So now, but within that, there's a judgment for being the wicked regardless. It doesn't matter if they were appointed to be that by Yahweh, by Shai. He's still no respecter of persons. See that? This is Job chapter 20, verse 21. It says, no, verse 22, it says, Job 20 and 22, it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Right. So when he gets to the height, when he gets to that height that he needs to, you know what I'm saying, when his sins reach the heavens, he's going to look down. Right. And he's going to realize, oh shit, I ain't got no parachute. He's going to come down hard. And every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. It says hell is moved to meet, hell from beneath is moved to meet thee at thy coming, and stirred up all the dead ones, even the chief ones of the earth, the kings of the earth. See that? Lord's creating fanners for Esau, for Babylon. So when he's about to fill his belly, because he's pulling up to the, he didn't bring a plate to the buffet. Brought a chair. It says Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and it shall rain upon him while he is eating. Right. So this is what's going on right now is him trying to fill his belly. Where it says he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. Mm. And what do we have? Let's go back to this title of this article. Now, this is talking about America, right? Well, yeah, but this is a precursor because now it says a powerful weapon broke through defenses and killed unalive 4 U.S. troops. See that? Remember that part in Rocky 4 where he was, he just thought that Ivan Drago was not real, and then Rocky caught him with a good one, and then he was cut and was bleeding. You know what Apollo Creed dad said? See, that's a man. That's not a machine. That's a man. He's a man. He bleeds just like you bleed. And then from that point, Rocky was out for blood. You see that same thing gonna happen. That's why he shall flee, man. He shall flee for the Job 20 and 24 said he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn, it cometh out of the body. That's when he's gonna realize he hit. He realize now they can be hit now. It says, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall, and terrors are upon him, meaning he realized, oh shit, I'm hit. I'm bleeding, just like how the Russian felt that in Rocky 4. See that? So now, for this man, whew, that's crazy. So that's actually going to happen on the U.S. soil. They're going to break through the defense systems that are here. And then there you have it. They're going to realize they wounded and hit. All right. Just wanted to touch on that a little bit. Lord willing, this lesson to edify and to serve its purpose for the hopefully elect, the ones who truly believe in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. With that, I'd like to say, Call Halayim La Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Harakak Radash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone. Double honors to our elder apostles as well. I heard one by Yashar down here in the Lions and Camp. Salutations to the octane that are pushing the truth and share the truth, and peace and blessings to the men and women and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. Shalom.